sophomore from Pocono Pines, Pennsylvania, number 5, Caroline Wyrick. It's a sophomore from Washington, D.C., number 9, Rachel Mallow-Heinert. It's a junior from Williamsburg, Virginia, number 13, Taylor Gubler. The sophomore from Sicklersville, New Jersey, number 16, Amanda Thaler. A first year from Pleasant Valley, New York, number 19, Emily Nervania. A senior from Morris Plains, New Jersey, number 21, Brianna Crowley. A junior from San Diego, California, number 22, Grace Cosgrove. The first year from Williston Park, New York, number 23, Sheila O'Mara. And in net for the visitors tonight, the junior from Toms River, New Jersey, number 99, Julia Mendez. The visitors are coached by Rick Brownell. He's assisted by Mackenzie Pinto, Kevin Doherty, Mia Bartolome, and Kayla Haber-Bosch. And now the starting lineup for your Swarthmore Garnet. The first year from Syosset, New York, number 2, Hope Neal. The junior from Greenwich, Connecticut, number 3, Kim Kokenmeister. The junior from Pittsburg, Pennsylvania, number 4, Veronica Gibbons. The junior from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, number 5, Alice Onyango Opio. The junior from Honeyoke Falls, New York, number 8, Amelia Mounts. The first year from Ramsey, New Jersey, number 9, Allie Zitelli. The senior from Upper Saddle River, New Jersey, number 11, Amy Harris. The senior from Palo Alto, California, number 13, Allie Sheeb. The senior from San Francisco, California, number 17, Charlotte Poe. The senior from Titusville, New Jersey, number 24, Samantha Barnes. And in goal for the Garnet tonight, it's the senior from Portland, Oregon, wearing number 98, it's Chantel Reyes. The Garnet are led by head coach Todd Ankaitis. He's assisted by Reba Magier and Michelle Jaquette. Team manager for the Garnet is Sophia Schwab. Fans, at this time, we will present our national anthem. Swarthmore joins the NCAA in the Centennial Conference in promoting good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask for your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner only. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments, or other intimidating words or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. Once again, thank you for coming out to Clothier Field Stadium tonight. Enjoy your NCAA soccer matchup.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Garnet Sports Network for tonight's non-conference matchup between the Arcadia University Knights and your Swarthmore College Garnet. Tonight's starting lineup for the Garnet: at center back, we have Alice Onyango Opio and Charlotte Pohl. Left and right back are Amelia Mounts and Ali Shivi. In the midfield, Nikki Gibbons, Amy Harris, and Ali Zitelli. And your attackers are Hope Neal, Kim Kokenmeister, and Samantha Barnes. For the Knights, we have... Oh, and in goal is senior Chantal Reyes, back after junior Lillian Keller made her debut a few days ago against Gettysburg. For the Knights, we have Riley Ratcliffe, Madison Toyama, Carolyn Wyrick, Rachel Malu Heinert, Taylor Gubler, Amantha Thaler, Emily Nervania, Brianna Crowley, Grace Cosgrove, Sheila O'Mara, and goalkeeper Julia Mendez on the starting field. And here we are, a couple minutes in. Long ball sent up by the Garnet, cleared out by the Knights, and a throw-in for Swarthmore. Gibbons lined up to take a throw. It appears it'll be a deep throw into the box. Kokenmeister trying to get a flick on, and it bounces right over her head and into Mendez's arms. Ball sent forward by the Knights, recovered by Pohl. Finally a through ball deep by the Knights, but still kind of bouncing around. Finally settled in the midfield by O'Mara. Her pass only finds Mounts as the Garnet look for an opportunity to reset and get something going early on here in the game. Mounts on the ball. Thaler coming to close her in. Mounts' pass read easily and intercepted by Crowley. Cosgrove running press by Hope Neal. And her ball will not matter as Neal is called for a foul on the Knights. That'll be a free kick for Arcadia. Delivery picked up by the Knights, but moved out of the box. That kick was by Nervania. Amy Harris recovering. Looking for Zitelli, can't find her. But the Knights quickly lose possession again. Zitelli trying to settle, back with the Knights. Pohl clearing. But the Garnet can't seem to really get out of their half right now. Zitelli finally settling and finding Gibbons. But her pass is intercepted by Thaler. Now it's Wyrick finding Ratcliffe on the left-hand side. Barnes with a good poke away. But the ball is still with Arcadia. Header won by Onyango Pio there and out of bounds. Ball lost there by Toyama. But the throw-in goes off of a Garnet player, and it'll be Arcadia with the ball now. Moving forward, sliding past Shivi. Good step up there by Pohl to intercept. That was an important interception. She could have been through on goal if Pohl hadn't stepped up there. Headed out by Pohl, and Pohl is very active early on defensively here. Harris pressed by Wyrick, but able to find Onyango Pio. Now Barnes has the ball. Tries to get past Ratcliffe, who will poke it out and earn and give Swarthmore a throw in. Zitelli trying to find a back heel. Ball makes its way to Gibbons. Back to Sheevy. Gibbons again looking forward for Zitelli. She'll chase after that one. And it's a foot race between her and Malau Heinert. And the ball has yet to go out of bounds, but recovered by the Knights. Hope Neal with good pressure there. And wins possession back for the Garnet, forcing the ball off of Crowley's foot for another Garnet throw. Big throw again by Gibbons. Bouncing around the box. Harris is on the ball. Stolen by the Knights. Zitelli seemed to have tried a shot there. Deflected, but the ball's still with the Garnet. Here's Gibbons finding Neal. Swinging it to Mounts. Mounts beats one. Beats two. Will she keep the ball? But great positioning there by Amanda Thaler. And Mounts could do nothing. Almost a very nice move there to get past two defenders. But Thaler's recovery was very good, and she was able to shield the ball out for a goal kick. To the goal kick, ball's out for a throw. Mounts on it. She'll attempt an overhead ball to Neal. Won by Nervania, but now with the Garnet. Kokenmeister on the left-hand side with the ball. Poked out by Crowley. Throw in for the Garnet. Big throw by Gibbons. Defender slid in front of Zitelli there and was able to clear. That was Nervania with it. Zitelli can't control the ball as it comes towards her, but the clearance goes straight to Onyango Pio. And now Sheevy has a little room to run. She's going to take her space and attempt a through ball to Kokenmeister. Intercepted and cleared, and it looks once again that the Knights are coming with a... They're playing what appears to be a 4 in the back, but number 5, Carolyn Wyrick, dropping deep every time that the Garnet get into opposing third, and under some pressure, Reyes is forced to put that out of bounds. It'll be an Arcadia throw. Flick on there by Gubler. Mounts recovers and puts it out once again for a throw-in. Deflected cross headed out by Gibbons. And the Garnet will attempt to break here. Neal can't make it to that ball. And instead, the Knights will reset. Mendez hitting it upfield. Ball won by Zitelli, and she keeps it. Over the top through ball there. Finds Kokenmeister. She's onside. Bit of a long touch there, and Crowley once again steps in to intervene. Throw in for the Garnet. Good ball over the top there by Ali Zitelli. Almost led to a very dangerous first shot for the Garnet. Another long throw by Gibbons. Cleared out by the Knights, but recovered by Nikki Gibbons. Twisting and turning, she'll try to find her way around the defender instead. Feeds Pull, who stepped up. Sheevy now with the ball. Pull will retreat back a little. Sheevy double teamed there, but the referee calls a foul. And what looked to be a very good double team forcing a bad pass ended up being a little bit overplayed by the Knights and results in a free kick after Ali Sheevy got sandwiched there. Onyango Pio to deliver. Will chip cross into the box, headed on by Gibbons, and into the hands of Mendes. Kokenmeister was there closing in, but Mendes just beat her to the ball. Good set piece play there by the Garnet. Zitelli now looking for Kokenmeister up top. And the pass is a great idea, just a little bit long, rolling into the hands of Mendes. Zitelli picking the ball up in midfield. Finds Harris, who'll give it to Sheevy on the right-hand side. Sheevy drifting inwards with the ball, tries to slide one through to Gibbons, but the ball has been poorly cleared and still with the Garnet. Samantha Barnes shielding from Ratcliffe. Gets inside, shoots with the left. Ooh, and her shot just over the bar. That was a close one. Couple of big clearing errors from the Knights led to that opportunity. And Barnes put herself in a great position to get a shot off just over the bar. Throw in for the Knights. And looking back at that play there, you have to wonder if Ratcliffe's close down at the last second there was just enough to force Sam Barnes to put that shot over the bar. Good pressure there by the defender. As now the Knights will try to break. That's Gubler putting the ball forward, but too far, as Onyango Pio will recover and reset with Reyes. Sheevy receiving the ball. And Reyes will boot it upfield. Malau Heinbert's pass intercepted by Harris, who feeds Amelia Mounts along the left-hand side. Amelia Mounts cutting in now. Trying to find somebody, and the pass finds no one and will be cleared. But that got past Swarthmore and Arcadia players at the same time. Could have ended up at the feet of anyone and could have been very dangerous for the Knights. Fortunately for them, they were able to be first to that ball and cleared out. Zitelli over the head of the defender. Good turn there. Can't hold on to the ball, and she will commit an infraction on Grace Cosgrove as she was trying to muscle for the ball there. Mendes sends it upfield. Header won by Mounts, but picked up by Gubler. Gubler trying to send a long ball up, but there's no one there to run onto it. And the Garnet will reset. Pressure coming in from Thaler. Pulls clearance, finds the feet of Grace Cosgrove. Thaler picking the ball up along the right-hand side. One-on-one against Amelia Mounts. Her cross read well by Pull, and the ball will still be with the Garnet. Hope Neal now. Back to Mounts, whose clearance deflects off of a Knight and goes out for another throw-in. Mounts will send a long ball up. Picked up by Nervania. Zitelli intercepts the Arcadia's move, but Onyango Pio's pass is also intercepted, and here come the Knights. O'Mara still on the ball. O'Mara making her way to the right-hand side. She'll put a ball into the middle. Header won by pull and out for a corner kick. It'll be Wyrick to deliver. Ball into the middle for the Knights. Headed out by Gibbons. And Sheevy will just poke it out for a throw-in. That was Riley Ratcliffe running to get a hold of that one. Barnes with a good defensive header. And beats her marker. Still going with the ball is Sam Barnes. She'll find Hope Neal right next to the S. Neal turns by one and will reset with Sheevy. Neal now still along the right-hand side. Pass is picked up by Pohl. Gibbons now with the ball. Looking for Barnes instead, resets with Sheevy once again. Sheevy's pass finds Zitelli in the middle of the field. The attempt at the 1-2 there between Mounts and Neal intercepted by Thaler and cleared for another throw-in. Harris on the ball. Back to Pohl. Sends it upfield. Mallow Heinert's clearance intercepted by the Garnet, and Hope Neal there tripped up by Nervania. It'll be a free kick for Swarthmore. Delivery by Mounts. Cleared out by the Knights. Gubler can't get it any further out, and the ball will fall to Gibbons. Harris pressed there by Wyrick. Garnet keeps the ball, and Charlotte Pohl's pass does find Neal along the left-hand side. That's a left-footed cross in and cleared out of bounds by Crowley. That'll be another corner kick. Harris lined up for a short corner. Mounts ready to deliver, and she'll play it short with Harris. Pass back out to Mounts. Mounts has an opportunity to shoot. She does. That was going bottom corner. Cleared off the line. Ball still with Harris. Crossed high up into the air. Headed in by Nikki Gibbons and cleared out by Crowley. And I believe, if I'm not wrong, that it was also Crowley standing at the front post to make that block. Good little play set up by the Garnet there, and Mounts' shot just found a player in a good defensive position. There's Zitelli tries to get a shot off. That's blocked by O'Mara. But the ball is still with the Garnet, and they're looking dangerous right now. Ball in by Mounts. That's a great pass. Oh! And Kim Koskenmeister with a first-time shot forces a very strong save by Julia Mendez. And the Garnet look hungry. They're on the move, looking for their opener in this game. That is a phenomenal over-the-top through ball by Amelia Mounts. Kim Kogenmeister in a great position, just couldn't get enough contact on that ball, and it allowed Mendez to make what was still an incredibly difficult save. And another short corner. This time the ball's crossed in by Harris, cleared out by the Knights, but still with Swarthmore. Mounts finding Harris again. Harris cuts past one, looks to cross in with her left, and that ball will be blocked out for another corner. That was Amelia Nervania with the block. Garnet trying to get creative with their set pieces here. Another short corner. That's 3 straight. This one overlapping to Mounts again. Ball back to Harris if she can keep it in, and she does. Flag stays down, cross in by Harris, and for the probably 4th time in a row, it'll be another corner kick for the Garnet. The Knights can't seem to get the ball out of their own box right now, aside from putting it across the baseline. Another short corner. Harris on it now. Will cut by one. Find Mounts. Mounts cutting into the box. And finally cleared out by Nervania, I believe. And now it'll be a throw-in for the Garnet, but the ball is still with the Garnet. The Knights have not had possession for a couple of minutes, and the Garnet are still hunting. Kokenmeister battling there with Crowley. Crowley winning and clearing, but once again, no recovery of possession there. Ball is still playing with the Garnets, and there Charlotte Pohl's pass is sent way upfield by the Knights. I feel like she had a lot of time to control there and, could have, maintained a sense of calm within that situation and maybe kept the ball with her team. But there we go. Hope Neal dribbling out of bounds. Good pressure by Nervania, and now the Knights are going to try to create something of their own. Ball played out of bounds off of Amelia Mounts. It'll be a throw-in for Arcadia. Nervania throwing into the box, headed out by Gibbons. Zitelli picking the ball up. She'll try to send a ball through to Kokenmeister, but it's blocked by Arcadia. And that's Toyama trying to get past. Stolen by the Garnet. And cleared out by Chantal Regis. There's Wyrick. Closed down by Pohl. That is a clean tackle. And Pohl having a very authoritative start to the game. And the referee will call a free kick against Charlotte Pohl. And I have to say, that is a mistake from the referee. I believe that looked like pure shoulder-to-shoulder contact, which is, completely clean. That was a 50-50 ball that they were battling for, and frankly, the Knights player went into Charlotte Pohl. So, kind of a lucky free kick for the Knights. We'll see if they can take advantage. Malau Heinert to cross it in. Schillentype to shoot, and that will be a goal kick. I think, given the way that free kick was called, a fair result. Ball played short to Onyango Pio, and Barnes finding Ali Shivi back to Barnes. Barnes, nice move to get past the defender there. She's got time to find a pass, and her pass is just a little too strong into the arms of the Arcadia keeper. Mendez launching a deep ball upfield over the head of Mounts, but she's able to close it down and shield away from Thaler. Zitelli back to Onyango Pio. That's a good ball up by the center back. Shivi trying to chase it down. It will be put out for a throw-in for the Garnet. And the Garnet looking a lot more comfortable in this one. Big throw by Gibbons, headed backwards by Crowley. And that could have been very dangerous. That's exactly where she did not want that ball heading. And fortunately for her, Mendez was able to react quickly and jump on it. But the Garnet looking careful, the Garnet looking dangerous. Amelia Mounts threatening very early with a shot from outside the box and a lovely chip through ball to Kim Kokenmeister. We'll have to keep an eye out on her as the game progresses. She might just be the key to breaking this one open with her offensive contributions from the left back position. Samantha Barnes going in strong there, wins the ball, but it's back with the Knights. Mounts heads the ball, what appeared to be heading for a corner kick there, but she's able to chase it down and redirect that for a throw instead. And we will have our first substitution of the game. Coming out is Carolyn Wyrick, and coming on is number 10, Maddie Mortalidi. Mortalidi. Flicked on by the Knights, cleared by Harris. And it'll be another throw-in for Arcadia. Nervania trying to find a teammate. Kokenmeister there, dropping deep and putting in a good tackle. And now she has some space to run. Sheevy has to hunt that one down a little bit, but does so well. And puts in a very good ball forward to Samantha Barnes. Barnes facing off against Crowley. Crowley coming out on top there and out of bounds. Garnet throw. Harris resetting with Sheevy, who will try to play one into the box first time, headed out by Crowley. Ball with the Garnet after Gibbons wins it back. And Hope Neal will pick it up along the right-hand side. Closed down by Cosgrove. Ball into the middle, cleared by Malau Heinert. And Gibbons will line up again to take the deep throw. And it looks like this is going to be a permanent fixture of at least this game strategy. Headed on there by Zitelli, but out of bounds. And it must be something that the Garnet have been working on recently on the training ground. I'm not sure I've seen them do it before, but they've already had a couple of flick-ons. They just haven't been able to get the end result that they desire from it. But it does give almost a secondary set-piece opportunity to this Garnet team, and they will look to take advantage of it today. We'll see if they continue this in future games or if this is kind of just a testing ground tonight for the team. Sheevy finds Neal. Neal keeps the ball. Double team there. Playing it back to Sheevy and out for throw in. And once again here, we're seeing a lot of mobility and versatility as Kokenmeister had shifted to the left-hand side. Now she's on the right, forced out for a corner. But Hope Neal moving her way from the left hand to all the way to the right-hand side of the formation. And Sam Barnes temporarily took up shop at the 9 position. So we'll see if that movement from the offense can also create some confusion amongst the Arcadia defense. Another short corner played. Harris on the ball. Can't find Sheevy, and it's cleared out. But picked up by Mounts. She'll deliver a deep ball in. And into the hands of Mendez. Either way, the linesman's flag had gone up, so offsides would have been called. Mendez hitting the ball deep upfield. Header won by Thaler and put out of bounds by Pohl. Nervania sending it up for Toyama. Toyama facing off against Mounts. They're still running down the sideline, and Mounts does a good job of forcing her just to keep moving and try and find that crossing space. Couldn't do so, and she eventually ran out of room there. Goal kick for the Garnet. Ball sent upfield by Reyes. Neal receiving from Barnes. And Zitelli putting a good pass forward for the 1-2 there. Neal able to just to keep it in bounds. But the referee puts up his flag. I'm not sure I agree with that decision, but it was very marginal, and the linesman does have a better view of the field than I do, so he was probably right. Header won by Gibbons. And Mendes will grab onto that ball with no problem. Zitelli sending it up with her head. Good use of the body there by Kokenmeister to force a missed header, but cleared well by Malo Heinert. And it'll be another throw in. Hope Neal a little discomforted there and unable to hang on to the ball. Toyama running onto a pass there from Thaler. Slides past Pole recovering well. That's a shot into the box, and Reyes deals with it well. It did appear to be curling wide as it went, but I think the first real opportunity of the game for the Knights there. Good run on by Toyama. Reyes comfortable in her save. Barnes trying to find Zitelli. Instead, that ball will be cleared up by Ratcliffe. And out of bounds. Sheevy with it. Gibbons looking to start a quick attack with the deep ball up. Malo Heinert will walk it out of bounds and shield well against Kokenmeister, who is coming in. And that'll be a throw-in for the Knights. And it's interesting that we are over 30 minutes into the first half, and we have yet to see a substitution from Coach Todd Ankaitis. Leaving his starters out there for what has been the first half. Hope Neal there with a good dribble. Eventually stolen and cleared out. And Charlotte Pole called there for a foul on Taylor Gubler. But we will now finally see the first Garnet sub, Anwin Urquhart getting ready, receiving her instructions from Coach Ankaitis and getting ready to come on at midfield. Ball cleared out by Sheevy and picked up by Barnes. He's trying to take Ratcliffe on one-on-one. Ball stays in bounce, but the touch was a little heavy. And it was cleared by the Knights. Mortality couldn't get a hold of that one, and it dribbled by her. Now Mounts is on. Ooh, Thaler with a good interception, but fortunate bounce finding Kokenmeister. Kokenmeister trying to get past Crowley. The ball jumbling around. That's Barnes with another opportunity to get a shot off, and that was blocked. And into the hands of Mendes. Mendes booting upfield. Clothier Reyes, who plays it on the ground and almost intercepted there by O'Mara. And here we have our first sub of the game, Anwin Urquhart replacing Hope Neal. And for the Knights, we have number 20, Madison Mace, coming on for Riley Ratcliffe. RR coming off for MM. Mace with a throw. Headed out of bounds and goal kick. And now Jacinta Fernandez-Bruff will get ready to come into the game for the Garnet. Urquhart, who last time I saw was playing at the outside back position, now playing along the left wing. Urquhart listed as a defender / midfielder, and it's always nice to have that versatility in your side, someone who can kind of play a multitude of roles for the team and play ball wherever required, Barcelona, who at the moment, not a great moment for that team, but they have Sergio Roberto, who has filled in at outside back, winger, center, midfielder, and done everything for that team. And that's the kind of role that coaches really covet in their sides. Now I have a couple more substitutions. Fernandez-Bruff coming in for Amy Harris. And for the Knights, Angela Rossenberger came on, as well as I apologize, I can't see the jersey number from this distance right now. But it'll be a free kick for the Knights. I believe that's Malo Heinert delivering. Big ball into the middle. And an offensive foul called by the referee. He saw a push. I saw the same. Free kick for the Garnet, played out short. Sheevy sending the ball upfield, gets past her defender, and picked up by Kokenmeister on the right-hand side. Crowley there does very well to stop that cut into the box. And her clearance will go off of Kokenmeister and out for a Knights throw in. And now we have a quadruple sub for the Knights. That's number 4, McAllister. Number 18 for Shea. 15, Shea. And finally, I believe it was 34, Isabella Perez. Free kick called against Zitelli. And it'll be a set piece for the Knights. Throw in for the Garnet. Zitelli picking up back to Barnes. Barnes makes a move past one defender and drops the ball off to Fernandez-Bruff, who couldn't close down in time, but the bounce will come off of Shea and stay with the Garnet. Amelia Mounts looking for Kokenmeister, who receives, but Shea drops back well and intercepts that. More to Liddy, trying to get the ball out to Mace and just plays it out of bounds, feeling the pressure a little bit, throwing for the Garnet. Kokenmeister battling, still has it. A little miscommunication there from the Garnet over who was going to try and hit that ball, so was forced out of bounds, but a good, strong tackle there from Mace on, I believe, Zitelli. No foul called, but the ball still yet to leave the Knights' defensive third. Zitelli trying an overhead. I'm not sure if that's a shot or a cross, but it'll go into the hands of Mendes. And she will boot it up. Field. Header won by Gibbons. Picked up by Barnes. Fernandez-Bruff's pass intercepted, but once again, still with the Garnet. Seems that the Knights are doing a good job of getting in between passes and dribbling lanes, and then as soon as they make contact with the ball, it just bounces right back to the Garnet. And Gibbons fouled there by Isabella Perez. And it'll be a free kick for Swarthmore. Pole moving up. She'll attempt a deep through ball to Urquhart, and it's just a bit strong. Rolling all the way down the field to Mendez. Mounts, while trying to track the bouncing punt, just came off of her and out for an Arcadia throw. More to Liddy's pass to McAllister, read by Zitelli. Still with the Knights, but Urquhart does well to step in front of Shea's path and take the ball away. Barnes looking to find Kokenmeister with a through ball. Mendez off her line there to clear. Fernandez-Bruff, Kokenmeister. Now Barnes turning away. Mortaliddy coming in heavy with the tackle and wins possession back for Arcadia. She'll attempt a big ball upfield. Onyango Pio beats Perez to it. And the ball will fall to Zitelli. Now Zitelli with room to run. Trying to find Urquhart, and she does. That's a really good ball. Urquhart across the face of goal, and Crowley just gets her foot on it and puts a good clearance in. But that right there could have been another really dangerous opportunity for the Garnet. Very good job by Zitelli in finding that through ball to Urquhart. Great vision. And Urquhart did exactly what she needed to do. She had Kokenmeister in. Crowley just did a great job and was able to deflect the cross before it got anywhere dangerous. Garnet have a free kick here. Mounts getting ready to deliver it in. Putting the ball towards the top of the box. Gibbons trying to get a flick on. It's cleared out. Perez gets the ball and able to turn. Almost lost her balance in the process, but her through ball to Shea is read very well by the always fast Amelia Mounts, who is able to shield it out of bounds. Mounts' pass intercepted. Perez on the ball now. Good tackle in by Pull. Rosenberger tried to put a ball over to Haley Kahana, but it was not able to find its target, and now the Garnet have a chance for a counter. Barnes' pass finds Kokenmeister, who was not able to find a number 4, Nikki Gibbons, who was sprinting down the left-hand side, asking for it. Zitelli there with a good steal. She'll try to launch something. Instead, she will play it calmly to Fernandez-Bruff, but it was intercepted there. That was Rosenberger getting in front of the path of that one. Crowley sending a big ball up over the heads of everyone and cleared by Onyango Pio. And with just about 2 minutes left in this first half, it's looking like we will go into the intermission with a score of 0-0. Unless something changes over the next couple minutes. Ball into the middle. Cleared by Mounts. Urquhart receives a pass from Gibbons and cuts in, laying it off for Fernandez-Bruff. Barnes with it now. Looking to take on Mace. Feeding Urquhart through and out of bounds for a Garnet throw. But once again, a little versatility. Quick throw there to Kokenmeister. Kokenmeister trying to get past Crowley, and she's able to get a shot off, but it's saved by Mendez. Crowley did a very good job of forcing the angle, and I think that's the exact kind of shot that if you're going to give up a shot, you want it to be from that angle. So Crowley going to be very pleased with the work she did on that specific play. Barnes picking up speed, blows past Mace, has plenty of time to get across, and what will she do? She'll try to shoot, and lashing it into the side netting. It'll be a goal kick. Good opportunity there again for the Garnet, and a great run by Samantha Barnes, just using her pace to absolutely blow past the left back Through ball sent through, and Reyes emerges to clear that one away. Aside from the one save from Toyama, all of the work that Reyes has been doing has been with her feet. And a free kick is called for the Garnet after Gibbons took a bit of a shot, but now with just about 5 seconds left, I timed that beautifully, left in the half, it'll be the end of the first half here at Clothier Field. Your score: Swarthmore College 0, Arcadia University 0. The Garnet looking very impressive defensively, and they're looking very solid on the attack, creating good opportunities, some good runs by both Barnes and Neal. Some excellent through passes made by Amelia Mounts, who's really such an offensive force for this team. Kokenmeister had a great opportunity to take the lead, but unfortunately for the Garnet, it was diverted very well by Julia Mendez. And the first couple of corner kicks that were played short caused some real issues for this Arcadia defense. We'll see how both teams adjust in the second half, and for now, we'll take a quick break. the second half of this non-conference matchup between your Swarthmore College Garnet and the Arcadia University Knights. Very entertaining first half. Swarthmore was looking very good offensively, trying to make things happen, getting some good opportunities, not able to convert on any of them. But we still have 45 minutes at least of soccer here for you to enjoy. And yeah, to enjoy. What else can you do when you watch soccer? Just enjoy. And when Urquhart, first half substitution starting here in the second half, and Mounts will push forward and the ball will come off of her as decided by the referee. Throw in there played right off of Sheila O'Mara's leg and out for a Garnet throw. She was not able to get a hold of that one. Nyong'o Pio finding Shivi, sorry. Ali Shivi still going, being pressed by O'Mara. Through ball trying to find Barnes, just a bit strong, and Riley Ratcliffe will watch that ball just roll over the goal line for a goal kick. Ratcliffe's receiving, but gives it up to Zitelli in a dangerous area. That's exactly where you don't want to lose the ball. Zitelli trying to play it out to Urquhart and is just a bit strong. Urquhart could not catch up to it. And it will be a goal kick again. Urquhart intercepting that goal kick, couldn't keep it at her feet, so Crowley had plenty of opportunity to step and clear there, but Julia Mendez's goal kicks a couple times, not making it past her own half there and ending up at the feet of Swarthmore attackers, and there's an opportunity for Thaler. Mounts able to step in and steal that ball, but it's still with the Knights. Shot from outside the box into the hands of Regis. Light work for the Swarthmore goalkeeper. That shot was by Grace Cosgrove. Shivi finds Kokenmeister. Tries to squeeze the ball to Barnes there, but she instead gives it to Zitelli after the block by the Arcadia defender. And great positioning there by Ratcliffe to force Zitelli off the ball. Malau Heinert came in and cleaned up the rest of that mess, and it'll be a throw-in for the Garnet. Gibbons getting ready for another long throw here. Flicked on by Zitelli, flicked on once more by Harris, and that shot by Kokenmeister just off target, and I think that's exactly what Ankaitis wants to see from those long throws. Double flick on first Zitelli, then Harris, and Kokenmeister. Once another goal kick there, read by Garnet defender, and then fortunately got past two Arcadia defenders, and I think Kokenmeister just wasn't expecting that ball to get to her, and just put it off target. There were two defenders who both very easily should have gotten to it, snuck their way past, and Kokenmeister shot wide. Long throw this time headed out by Arcadia and cleared by Ratcliffe for another throw. Gibbons to run that again. Throw, clearance deflects off of Harrison. Zitelli tries to get across, and that's blocked by Malau Heinert. And the ball will remain with the Garnet as it's put out for a throw-in. Toyama with a clearance. Crowley there finally showing the rest of the Knights how to clear the ball. They had not been able to get it out of their half for a couple minutes, and now they're on the move. Gubler with it, finding Cosgrove. O'Mara dispossessed there by Pohl, but recovered by the Knights. There's Cosgrove with the ball. Now it's at the feet of Wyrick. Wyrick will try to rip one from distance, and that was never scaring anybody. Straight into the hands of Chantal Regis. She'll send the ball upfield. Melau Heinert can't really get a hold of it, and that gives Zitelli opportunity to run onto it. Her pass intercepted by Crowley, however. A little bit of a misheader there by Cosgrove allows Zitelli to recover possession. She's now backed up at her own line, and her back heel finds Riley Ratcliffe. Left back there looking for Thaler, I believe. Cleared out by Mounts. Good turn there by Gibbons to recover possession, and she'll try to send that ball upfield to Kokenmeister. Instead, it'll end up in the hands of Mendes. Mendes kicking it up long, header won by Gibbons. Crowley once again just with a big boot up the field. Little double header there by Onyango Pio, but the ball's now with the Knights. Gubler attempting an over-the-top through ball. Didn't find anybody. Cosgrove does a good job of getting to the ball first before Gibbons, and now she'll have an opportunity to cross in. Her cross finds O'Mara, but Gibbons there puts in a strong tackle, and Toyama's subsequent cross will go out for a goal kick. Regis launches it upfield. The ball finds its way to Kokenmeister after Malau Heinert had some trouble dealing with it. Kokenmeister still with it, trying to find Urquhart through the pass, just a little bit behind Urquhart, but Urquhart wins the battle of positioning there, tries to rip a shot, blocked by Crowley. I think Crowley took a bit of a shot to her ankle, and that ball will be played out for a corner kick, but that's good work by Urquhart to beat her marker to the ball, and good work by Kokenmeister, waiting for Urquhart to get in position before trying to slide that little through ball. Was just a little behind, but still a good opportunity for the Garnet, and another chance for a corner. This time, ball crossed in by Mount. Flicked on by Gibbons, who just couldn't put it on frame. Goal kick. Gibbons found herself basically unmarked and had to turn her back to goal just to chase that ball down. Good flick on there, but couldn't get it on frame. And that's a great ball by Onyango Pio. Urquhart chasing it down. Pressed by Nervania. Urquhart goes down. Calls for penalties, no whistle. I believe it looked like Urquhart just slipped a little there, and now Thaler trying to get a ball upfield. That'll be blocked out of bounds by Onyango Pio. And I don't believe anyone was going to call a penalty there. Urquhart went down a little easily. I think it might have just been a slip. And the referee was smart not to call that one. Barnes pokes that ball out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Knights. Toyama, her pass intercepted by Harris, who was all over that one. Zitelli turning nicely and finding Urquhart with plenty of room. Harris trying to find the next pass, blocked there, though, by Nervania. And a big ball upfield by the Knights will just be returned to the Garnet. Kokenmeister judged to have come back from an offside position there to receive that ball. And it does look like the referee was right. Yeah. Good call by the linesman. It'll be a free kick for Arcadia. Malau Heinert with a cross flicked on by Thaler and cleared out by Gibbons. Kokenmeister giving chase. Crowley with the win. Crowley has been looking very strong all night long defensively and able to make a good ball forward for O'Mara. O'Mara looking for Cosgrove. Shivi wins the battle of positioning there, and Chantal Reyes will just boot that one away. Throw in. O'Mara's header into the box, cleared out by Onyango Pio. Malo Heinert sending one through after beating Kokenmeister to the ball. And the Garnet will reset. The ball there almost intercepted by O'Mara. She just missed it. And it'll be a throw-in for Arcadia. O'Mara flicking on. Gubler running onto it. Shivi's first there. And she will play this ball out of bounds. Throw in over the head of Harris, cleared by Onyango Pio. Zitelli with a nice touch to bring it down and settle. Now it's Kokenmeister. Back to Barnes. Barnes trying to beat Ratcliffe out. And Ratcliffe gets a tackle in, and the ball takes the last touch off of Barnes as it heads out of bounds. Throw in for Arcadia. Ratcliffe's throw in finds Shivi. She's able just to head it to Harris there. Now Barnes using her pace well. Ratcliffe still on her. Barnes cutting in, trying to get away from her, and very nice job there. Draws the defender in before making the overlap pass to Zitelli. Zitelli trying to get past one more. Malau Heinert seems to just have gotten enough on the ball to interrupt there, and Arcadia was able to clear. But a good job by Barnes of using the space, drawing out the defender, and then recognizing the overlap pass, and that's a nice through ball to Kokenmeister. Samantha Barnes looking very strong with her distribution right now, and Kokenmeister just can't get past Crowley, who has been, once again, rock solid tonight. Zitelli on the ball, turns away from O'Mara. Malo Heinert able to clear it out with a last-second tackle, and that's a shot by Amelia Mounts, forcing a diving save by Julia Mendez, and that will be a corner kick, and Amelia Mounts shooting from range there. Recognize how much space the defense was giving her, and she just decided to take a rip. Malo Heinert's clearance only found the right back, and it looked like it was traveling off target, but still allowing for a potential opportunity off the corner for the Garnet. That ball is delivered into the box. That's tight, and it's along the goal line, still in play. No one can get it. Who's on it? That's a shot by Pol, and the referee will finally call a free kick for a handball, I believe. And that looked like a right mess inside the box. And that's kind of what you want as an offense. If you can get a little chaos created with that corner, there's a chance that someone pokes it in, and on the far post there was probably the best opportunity for the Garnet to finish. Instead, it was played back into the middle and into that little jumble. Oh, a nutmeg by Samantha Barnes. Hope you all saw that one. And she's still on the ball. Finds Zitelli. Little nice 1-2. Barnes can't keep it in, however, and it'll be a throw-in. But that was a nice move by Barnes. Turning away from her defender, and then the little nutmeg with the outside of the foot. That was really a nice bit of dribbling by the winger. Nikki Gibbons cuts past one. Makes her way past a second defender. Looking for her options. Zitelli, that finally making the overlap. Her pass intercepted by Toyama. It's a good turn by O'Mara, and she'll send a ball through to Gubler. Too strong, however, and Chantal Reyes will come and launch that ball upfield. First to it is Ratcliffe. Sheevy getting on the end of that and finding Zitelli, who lays it off to Gibbons. Gibbons' pass to Zitelli. Just a little strong, makes its way to Ratcliffe. Gubler sending that upfield to nobody in particular, but forcing Reyes out of the box and clearing that ball into the sideline. It'll be a throw-in for Arcadia. Throw-in, not sure what happened there, but all it found was a wide open Zitelli, whose pass just slides wide. Oh, the throw-in was headed out. I apologize. O'Mara trying to get a head-on, bodied by Sheevy and cleared by Onyango Opio. Toyama cutting in, trying to get a shot off. And that is judged to have gone off of Onyango Pio and out for a Arcadia corner. Only the second corner kick of the night for Arcadia University, and compared to Swarthmore's 7. And just looking at those base statistics, it shows how little Arcadia have been threatening this goal. It appears every time they get the ball back, it just becomes a clearing situation for them tonight. And you got to credit the Garnet. They have just been so good about recovering possession and really holding on to it for good spells of this game, and really being the main instigators of attack in this match. And they will hope that that leads to a goal soon enough, but at the moment we're still all tied up here. About 63 minutes into the game. Ball cleared by Onyango Opio. And we will have a substitution for the visitors. Maddie Mortalidi coming on for Arcadia. And she will replace Grace Cosgrove in the midfield. Ball thrown in. There's Wyrick on the ball. Her pass intercepted by Sheevy. Gibbons laying it off for Barnes. Barnes double teamed there, trying to make her way past both of them. Couldn't get past Ratcliffe, however. And now O'Mara's dueling with Sheevy. And that pressure was good enough to get an off-target pass to Ratcliffe, but Sheevy's throw-in is just a bit long and cleared out by Malo Heinert. Mounts finding Urquhart on the left wing. Little 1-2 there. Gets the ball back to Urquhart, trying to get past the defender, and she does. Late, now she gives it to Gibbons. Gibbons' ball taken away from her by Wyrick, and Wyrick now sending a through ball. That's a good pass. And here's an opportunity to counter. Thaler with the ball. Oh, Wyrick just whiffs on that one as she tries to get a first-time hit, but it's picked up by O'Mara on the left edge of the box. Her ball in straight into the hands of Reyes. I'm not sure if The intention was to cross or shoot, but no danger for the Swarthmore keeper. I'm going to go Pio's pass off target, but the subsequent ball in by Ratcliffe is read by Pohl. Harris now taking some space, blowing past Mortalidi. Mortalidi recovering, though, and trying to get some pressure on her. Kokenmeister turns away from one, gets it back to Harris. Harris has options. That's a through ball for Urquhart. Urquhart onto it, trying to chip. Oh, no! And the chip is just over the crossbar, and that was a great opportunity for the Garnet. What a pass in there by Amy Harris. And honestly, what a good passage of passing. Good strong hold-up play by Kokenmeister, and a brilliant run by Anwin Urquhart. The chip was on, and it was just a little too powerful, clearing the bar. And somehow, some way, the score of this one is still 0-0. The Garnet now have had, I'd say, a good 2 or 3 opportunities that they really would have wanted to convert. And this game could be safely out of hand at this point, and somehow we're still equal. Shivi to Harris, good connection there. Barnes, heavy touch read by Ratcliffe and pounced on. Ratcliffe trying to launch something. Barnes does a great job of tracking back and battling there, but Ratcliffe somehow still with possession. Ball in to Rosenberger, who couldn't find her way to Gubler, but it's still with Arcadia until Pohl takes things into her own account and lays down a bit of a body check there. Referee will originally give advantage and finally call a free kick, and it will be a free kick in a pretty dangerous area here for Arcadia. And this could be an opportunity for them to take the lead against the run of play. Lining up to take it is Riley Ratcliffe. 4 Garnet players on the wall. Ratcliffe putting a shot in, and that's just a bit of a weak effort straight into the hands of Chantal Reyes, who has been just picking those up all night long. And she will send it deep, a bit of a line drive there. Takes a couple of good bounces, however, and makes its way to Crowley, who will boot it upfield. Malau Heinert's header goes in the wrong direction, and Kokenmeister's looking to take advantage. There's a bit of messy play from the back 4 here until Nervania was able to get it out of and send it upfield. Onyango Pio trying to find Kokenmeister with a through ball, and she does. Oh, Crowley last-ditch effort. Crowley last-ditch effort to get on that one, picked up by Mendez, and there's some calls for a back pass, but, I mean, it's not really a pass. That was a tackle. And Mendez will take her time. Crowley got up a little bit shaken up there, but she looks like she's fine to continue. Harris gives it to Zitelli. Zitelli plays it out to Shivi. That's a good pass. Good linkage between Zitelli and Shivi. And Crowley just gets her foot on it as that ball was about making its way to Kokenmeister. Pohl. Ball cleared way upfield. Pohl is pressed by Thaler. Thaler wins but can't keep it in. Throw in for the Garnet. And we'll have a couple of substitutions. Coming on for the Garnet is number 2, Hope Neal. She'll be replacing Samantha Barnes. And coming on for Arcadia is number 14, Haley Kahana. And number 34, Isabella Perez. Harris on the ball. Ratcliffe stepping forward to intercept and going on a bit of a left back run there. And her over the top through ball to Thaler instead finds the baseline of the field, and it'll be a goal kick. Chantal plays it to Shivi. Shivi trying to play it over the top first time to Neal. Malau Heinert instead wins it, but her clearance finds Zitelli. Zitelli has some space. She's pressed by Mortalidi and will play it back to Onyango Pio. It is a bit long there for the center back, but she tracks it down. And Pohl will find Mounts on the left-hand side. Receiving some support from Gibbons, who will try and send a long ball up, read well by the defense. But Shivi gets to Malau Heinert's ball first and will move upfield. Playing it wide to Neal. Neal has an opportunity to cross here. She'll play it instead on the ground for Shivi. Played one more across. That was an opportunity for the Garnet. Amy Harris played it once further to Kokenmeister, who couldn't get a shot off. The pass was slightly off target. Harris now. Back to Zitelli. Shivi has time to cross and will do so. Kokenmeister first to the ball. She has an opportunity to try and get it into the middle. And it goes off a defender and out for a corner kick. Another set piece opportunity here for the Garnet. Will be their 8th or 9th corner of this game here. And it will be Shivi to take. Harris lined up for the short corner. Instead, it's delivered into the middle. Header by Gibbons. Oh, and it's off the crossbar by Anwin Urquhart. And the Garnet's bad luck in front of goal continues. Gibbons with a chance to cross. Cleared out by Arcadia. But wow, what an opportunity there. And it always seems that they find Gibbons, and she just gives someone a chance. And that was Urquhart trying to just comb it into the back. And Thaler now with a shot. That shot got no curl on it, and will go out for a goal kick. Substitution now for Arcadia. But that was such an opportunity and so close. Urquhart did exactly what she needed to do. Header off the crossbar, beating Mendez to the ball, and just couldn't get it under. So close to 1-0 once again, and you have to ask yourself at this point, what else can the Garnet do to score? They have created so many opportunities and really have been just far and away the better side here, and should consider themselves very unlucky not to be blowing this Arcadia team out right now. Ratcliffe moving forward. Her pass finds its way to Thaler, who loses possession. Harris finds Zitelli, and now here's a counterattack opportunity. Hope Neal making an overlapping run. Zitelli waits patiently. Very good job. Gets the pass off to Neal. Neal facing off against Ratcliffe. Will cut inside. And Ratcliffe will bring down Neal. Referee says no penalty there. And that is another slightly contentious call, but I'm not sure I have the best eyes to judge on that one. And Neal made a good move. And I'm pretty sure the reason the ref isn't giving this one is because Ratcliffe had her positionally beat and had the path to the ball. And, essentially didn't foul her. And I think that's a good call by the referee upon my delayed replay. Coming on for Arcadia is Grace Cosgrove replacing Ratcliffe, who seems absolutely gassed at this point. Ball put forward by Forshea. That's an opportunity. And Onyango Pio does well to shield while Reyes gets out and grabs the ball. Reyes launches a deep ball upfield, headed backwards by Crowley, off of Kokenmeister's back and finds Urquhart. And while Kokenmeister can't get a hold of that second pass, she forces Nervania to play it out of bounds. Urquhart back to Gibbons. Gibbons pressed by Mortalidi. And it'll be a free kick for the Garnet, as Mortalidi is judged to have fouled Nikki Gibbons. Charlotte Pohl getting ready to deliver this free kick in. A bit of a laser into the box. Makes its way through, and those situations, sometimes the keeper misreads it, but this time Mendez was ready and got hold of that ball, did not let go. I think that sometimes when a player like Gibbons just dummies the shot, then the keeper will react to that and let it pass. We've seen it time and time again in the professional game, and this time the keeper was ready. Good save there by Mendez. Have another substitution now. Coming on is number 20, Madison Mason. She'll be replacing Angela Rosenberger. Goal kick played short. Wyrick pressing. Now Sheevy's got some space to work with. Finding Zatelli. His ball is chested down by Neal. Zatelli turning away well from Mortalidi. And trying to find Kokenmeister. Well read by Nervania. The ball's now with Mounts. She'll try to play it over the top. Cleared out by Malo Heinert. And Gibbons is judged to have fouled the Arcadia number 20, Madison Mace. Crowley will launch a deep ball upfield. Headed out by Onyango Pio. Neal facing off against Cosgrove. Has an overlapping run from Harris. Instead decides to cut infield. Tries to play the ball to Urquhart, but there's a bit of a miscommunication. And now Nervania's running up. Good through ball there to Thaler. Thaler has an opportunity to cross, and she does so. Mace picking up with good space. Closed out well by Charlotte Pohl. And recovered by the Garnet. And probably should have taken a bit of a faster shot at the amount of room that she had originally afforded to her. Now the Garnet are on the move. Hope Neal a little bit alone. Finds her support in Amy Harris. Harris to Kokenmeister. Turning onto her left foot. Has an opportunity. And a last-ditch tackle effort there by that was Emily Nervania with the last-ditch tackle. Sorry, I could not see her number from this distance. My eyesight is only so good, I wouldn't call it hawk sight, so sometimes I have to struggle to see the numbers. Now, Amy Harris has a chance to lash one in. Her cross to the edge of the 6-yard line is just a little high for Gibbons, and it will be a goal kick. For Kokenmeister, sorry, not Gibbons. Mendes sends it upfield. Header won by Zitelli. Pass is a little bit too strong for Mortoliti, and it's recovered by Gibbons. The 1-2 was not pulled off, and the ball is cleared by Arcadia. Nyango Pio. Oh, Harris crunched there by Mace. Good call by the referee. It's a free kick. Then Nyango Pio will play it short to her partner in the heart of the defense, Charlotte Pohl. Nice little first-time layoff there for Urquhart. Mounts not able to keep it in, and it'll be a throw-in. Oh, the horn blew just in time, and that'll allow the substitution to go for Sheila O'Mara, who is replacing number 34, Isabella Perez. Throw in there, headed backwards by Harrison. Picked up by O'Hara, but Charlotte Pohl all over her there. Recovers very well. Pohl looking for Neal, who can't control the pass. And it's sent forward by Arcadia, read by Onyango Pio, and cleared out. Cosgrove throwing to O'Mara. And Neal plays the ball off the leg of Wyrick and earns a throw-in for the Garnet. We're now under 10 minutes left here and on track for another overtime game here for the Garnet. As now we have a substitution for Swarthmore. Coming on is Jacinta Fernandez-Bruff, replacing senior Amy Harris. And Nikte Machado Ako coming on for Ali Shivi.
Also checking in for Swarthmore was number 21, Nikte Machado Ako.
Machado Ako with the ball. Neal passes it first time to Zitelli, who's challenged there by Mortoliti, but still has the ball. Zitelli still on the ball, moving into middle field, looking to get a shot off with her left, and although that was directed to the corner of the net, it ends up in the hands of Mendez. Ball put out of play there by Nervania. Couldn't keep it in. And Zitelli there will have probably wanted to look at her options. You know, she had, and it looked pretty congested in there, but just wasn't the best effort. Urquhart now. Urquhart trying to cut past is cut off by the defender and no foul called. The ball made its way to Zitelli, and that was a much better effort, but just wide as she looked for that top left corner. Returning for the Knights is Riley Ratcliffe, and she will be replacing number 10, Maddie Mortoliti. Ball upfield by Mendez. It'll be a free kick for the Knights. Ball sent upfield, header won there by Gibbons. Urquhart trying to find Gibbons there. Instead it falls to Arcadia, but recovered by the Garnet. Urquhart thinking about the switch, instead plays it back to Mounts. Good turn there by Nikki Gibbons. Has it along the left-hand side. She'll give it to Fernandez-Bruff. Good little exchange there, but the ball's just a little strong for Gibbons. Instead, it finds Zitelli, it was. And eventually will be played out for a Garnet throw. Coming on now for the Garnet. Or apparently not. It will be a free kick. Oh, I believe an offside must have been called by the linesman. And that will be sent long by Mendez. Little miscommunication there from two Arcadia players leads to a Garnet throw, and now we'll have that substitution that we've been waiting for. Coming on now is Samantha Barnes replacing Hope Neal. Four minutes left here in this one, and looks like we are now heading towards a potentially second straight overtime game, I believe. Gibbons on the ball now. Playing it out to Machaloaco, who runs onto that one. Machaloaco gets past Wyrick, but now they're battling, and the referee says no foul after Wyrick complained. And Machaloaco's ball just over the head of Kokenmeister and out for another goal kick. And yeah, with just 3 minutes left here in this one, it does look like we will be going to our second straight overtime game here at Clothier Field after Saturday's 0-0 draw with Gettysburg. Ball cleared out, and Pohl will play it back to her keeper. Ooh, bit of a short pass. Could have been scary, but dealt well by Reyes. Arcadia looking to make a move. Thaler still on the ball now. Mounts winning comprehensively there. Pass upfield finds Kokenmeister, who lays it off to Zitelli. Ali Zitelli on the ball now. Looking to send Kokenmeister through, and Crowley will play that out of bounds. She saw that pass the whole way. Fernandez-Bruff turning and weighing her options. Taking on a defender, does well there. Beats Cosgrove. Passes it off to Zitelli. Lays it off to Nikki Gibbons, and that ball well over the bar will be a goal kick. And now another substitution for Arcadia as Mortaliti will come back onto the field, replacing Jacqueline Forche. Now there's under 2 minutes left here in this one, and it seems destined that we will end up in another overtime period here, unless either team can do something really special. Ooh, a little bit of a heavy collision there. Ball falls to Zitelli. That's still in play. Recovered by Cosgrove. Finding O'Mara, but Charlotte Pohl decides to go about that very seriously, clearing it deep. Mace on the ball. Fouled there by Fernandez-Bruff. Free kick for the Knights. And there is 1 minute left here in regulation, and if it's not now, then it's never for either team, as both desperately search for the game winner here. Ratcliffe delivering into the box, cleared out by Fernandez-Bruff, and Garnet will try to counter here. Big ball upfield by Nikki Gibbons. Crowley will run onto it. Mendez will be the first one to it, and she will play it out of bounds. And the Garnet still have a chance here with 30 seconds left on the clock. Barnes gets it. She'll have to throw it in quick. Does so with Kokenmeister. Kokenmeister turning, trying to get into a crossing position. Ball won by Ratcliffe. Another throw for the Garnet. 20 seconds left. Kokenmeister to throw. She'll throw it into the box. Ball still hanging around the final third. Sam Barnes is fouled, and they'll have to get that one off quickly. And it looks like time will be trickling down here as Kim Kokenmeister tries to get one last-ditch shot there. And we will be going to another overtime period here. Your score after 90, 0-0. This time the Garnet tripling Arcadia in total shots, more than tripling them in corner kicks. And really, at this point, I think they will be upset over the missed chances of the first two halves. A couple of really, really good sequences of offensive play here from Swarthmore. Something that had been, a little bit missing against Gettysburg, but tonight they have been on it in the midfield, on it with the attackers making their runs, and it's just the finishing has not quite been there. And when Urquhart hit the crossbar off a corner kick, and that right there, I think, is just the definition of bad luck. We will be back in 5 minutes for the start of overtime. Thanks, everybody, for waiting this quick little break. And we are now ready to get started here in overtime. Remember, it is golden goal rule, so we will have 2 extra time periods of 10 minutes. But if either team scores, it is a walk-off, and that is game over. And the story of this game has been Swarthmore, really. Arcadia on offense have not really done anything to scare the Swarthmore defense or goalkeeper. And the Garnet have been honestly very aggressive on offense and really pushing, attacking in a whole different host of ways, from build-up play to an early dribble, and that's a shot, and that looks to have gone off of a hand there, but the referee won't call that, and it goes into the hands of Mendez. And unfortunately for the Garnet, the finishing tonight has just not quite been there. A couple shots barely pushed off target, one flicked on header that rattled the crossbar, and really this game is a game that could have ended 3 or 4-0, and instead we find ourselves here in overtime, and just goes to show kind of the grit of this Arcadia team, but just the way Swarthmore's coming out right here, it also shows their aggression and desire to win. You know, they do not want back-to-back draws here. They want to put a win together, and they were hoping it would be a statement win, which it could have been, but at this point, they just want to leave Clothier Field with a dub. Urquhart on the left-hand side, opportunity to cross. Instead, we'll play it short, and that's a good amount of space there that's number 12, Danny Kaufman-Sedano, and instead, it will end up being a free kick for Arcadia. Kaufman-Sedano settling in at that right wing spot. Her first action of the night coming here in overtime. Big kick there by Mendez. Will just trickle out of bounds. Throw in for the Garnet. And, you know, here at Swarthmore College, we don't keep possession stats, but I mean, I would have to assume that possession would be leaning heavily in the Garnet's favor, as most other statistical categories. Don't forget the couple of potential penalty shouts that did not go Swarthmore's way. I don't believe either of them was a foul, and I think the referee did a good job, but at the very least, the fans were up in arms about it. And here's Urquhart trying to find Zitelli. Instead, it's cleared up by Nervania. Kaufman-Sedano trying to get a ball there to Kokenmeister, but the clearance only makes it as far as Zitelli. Kokenmeister running onto the through ball from Ali Zitelli, and she will be blown offsides by the linesman. And I'm not actually sure that she was, but we'll see. It was close. Can't really say with any degree of certainty whether that was offside or not. Ball upfield from Julia Mendez, read by Urquhart, but Wyrick gets onto it first, and Nervania's pass to Thaler just goes out of bounds. Zitelli looking for options, looking to turn. Wyrick pressing. A little soft pass to Mounts, gets eaten up by Thaler, but a good tackle there by Zitelli to stop her in her tracks. Machado Ako facing off against O'Mara, and it'll go out of bounds off the Swarthmore right back. Ball sent upfield, gets past Pohl, but Thaler can't control it, and Pohl does not miss on the second effort there, clears the ball way upfield. And now we have a substitution for the Knights. Coming on now is Madison Mace. And she will be replacing number 13, Taylor Gubler. Ball sent deep upfield by Arcadia. Headed on by Onyango Pio. And Pohl loses the battle there with Wyrick. Referee judges that to have been a foul. And it'll be a free kick in the Garnet's favor. And now someone is down for Arcadia. I hope they're all right. As the trainer runs onto the field, we're going to take a quick break as the trainer checks up on her. And it will be Madison Toyama being carried off the field by the trainer. She'll be replaced by Angela Rosenberger. I hope that her injury is not too serious and she's all right soon. Our wishes go out to Madison Toyama here in this one. Chantal Reyes hits the ball upfield. Picked up by Mounts. Urquhart laying it off for Mounts. That's a good little exchange. And Mounts' deep ball just a little strong, but she earns a free kick there. Nervania not happy with that call, but it will be a free kick for the Garnet here in overtime. Is this an opportunity for them to walk it off? They have had quite a couple of opportunities off of set pieces today, the corners, everything. Charlotte Pohl delivering, still in the box, cleared out by Cosgrove. And onto it is Kaufman Sedano. And that'll be a throw-in for the Garnet. Urquhart on the ball. Back to Kaufman Sedano. Now it's Urquhart again. Urquhart still with it. Trying to lay it off to Gibbons, cleared out. Fernandez Bruff now. Back to Onyango Pio. Ball over the head of... It's Kokenmeister! And that's it! Goal! For Swarthmore. And there's the walk-off. King Kokenmeister at the death. Over the top through ball. Over the head of Urquhart. It seems to have almost been misplayed there, but Kokenmeister collected herself, held off the defender, and finished neatly by Julia Mendez. And the Garnet will walk away with this one with a 1-0 win. That is game over, and that is the heartbreak there of the golden goal rule for Arcadia, and the brilliance of it for Swarthmore. You know, a game that they thoroughly deserved to win, could have gone the other way in overtime. You know, you have to erase the previous 90 minutes as soon as overtime starts, but they were hungry for more, they wanted it more, and they finished. And that is a good final result for the Garnet. They improve to 2-2-2, and tune in for our next game on this Saturday, October 2nd, here at Clothier Field at 11 a.m. versus McDaniel College. That should be a fun one. We will be playing the 10th ranked team in the country. Will be a good test for this Garnet side. Thank you all very much. Have a good night.